had no clue. They'd never even heard the word. People used to call me up and say, what's this pilates? What's this plates? It didn't matter how I looked to the outside. It was like, it matters for me how I'm feeling. I don't think anyone's ever treated me like, oh, you're a girl, or you're a woman, you can't do this, because I don't believe that. People are finally knowing that working out is not just for fat people. Working out is to be fit, and I think COVID had a very, very big hand in people realizing the importance of fitness.
She fell, she fought, and in the end, she emerged victorious. This is the woman of today, and she is made of steel. Come and watch how she slays.
Hi everyone, you're watching She Slays, and joining us today is Yasmin Karachiwala, who is one of the most sought after celebrity fitness trainers. Today, we are discussing how women have made a mark in the fitness industry and all things Pilates. So let's get started. Hi Yasmin, welcome to HealthShots. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you so much.
So it is wonderful that you're hosting the 4th Pilates Festival in Goa and raising awareness about Pilates, which is why we are here to let our audience know all about it. So let's go back a little. Let's start with your journey. So I would like to ask you, what inspired you to do Pilates? Where did it all begin?
So first of all, Arushi, I've been in the fitness industry for the last 3 decades. And I started out as a group fitness instructor, moved on to become a personal trainer. And I set up my own studio in my house. I converted a part of my house as a studio, which was a first because in those days, people never called people to their studio. All personal trainers would go to different studios or go to people's house and train them where you're interviewing. But I didn't like doing that because I just felt like I wasted too much time going from one place to the other to train people. Plus, they never had the equipment that I needed. So I set up a studio with everything that I needed and I started calling people in. And I did this for a few years and it was going really well, but I just felt like I needed to grow and learn something new. And that's when I discovered Pilates. By then I'd had both my babies and there was that little tummy fat that you can't lose, however much ever weight you lose. That little bulge on the stomach doesn't go. So I was researching what can I do to get rid of this, and I found Pilates, and I didn't even know what Pilates was at that time, but I decided to give it a shot and try it, and that's how I got into Pilates and learned more about it, and then realized that it's not just to get rid of that tummy fat. There's so much more to Pilates. It works on your stability, it works on your core strength, it works on your spine, it works on your balance, coordination, all of that.
You introduced Pilates at a time when it was not well known in India. Do you think over the years the scenario has changed?
Most definitely. When I first got Pilates to India, people had no clue. They'd never even heard the word. People used to call me up and say, "What's this pilates? What's this plates? What are you teaching?" And I had to literally sit and explain to them, first of all, how to say it correctly, because there was a new name for all of us, and then what it was, which was very difficult to explain because Pilates is a combination of so many things. It's more an experience than an explanation. So I used to just sign people up for free classes and say, trial class, that come try it and feel what it does to your body. And now there are so many studios. I'm myself a master instructor. I train trainers. So I make Pilates instructors in India. And sometimes even I get amazed at how many Pilates instructors there are or studios there are. It's really, really interesting and fascinating for me. It's like seeing your baby grow.
Definitely. So also the next question that I have is, like, with so much limelight and media presence, celebrities feel pressure to look a certain way. So as a celebrity trainer, do you feel a similar sort of pressure?
So I think for me, it's more pressure within. I like looking a certain way, and there are lots of times when I don't feel good. Like, when I turned 50, I was going through a little bit of menopause. You go through that period of not feeling good. It didn't matter how I looked to the outside. It was like, it matters for me how I'm feeling. Like, I know that when I'm feeling good, I can wear anything and not bother, even a pair of pajamas, and I feel good in them, and when I'm not feeling good, then everything is, painful.
Got it. So, but have you faced any challenges, like any sort of pressure, any sort of challenges in your journey?
From the outside?
Yeah.
No, touch wood, I haven't, because I always believe in being the example I want to set. Right? So it's about, whether it's about my fitness, it's my health, it's what I eat. I'm very committed. I would say it's not because I like what I do, and I've committed myself to fitness and to eating right and being healthy. So for me, it's a way of life, and I don't feel the pressure at all, because I'm my biggest judge. So when that happens, you don't have room for anyone else to judge you.
So, if we're circling back to when you started the started in the fitness industry, have you faced any challenges there as a woman fitness coach?
No, I haven't. I've been asked this question a lot of times, and people think, do you feel inferior to men, or do you feel like it's a man's world? And honestly, I myself have never experienced that, because I've never thought of me being a woman in a man's world, or that it is a man's world, right?
Yeah.
I only believe in what I do and how I can do it better. So for me, the challenges were more external. Like, one of the properties where I had my first ever studio, when I moved out of my house, the day my studio started, it was in a residential building on the first floor, and they knew what I was going to do. But the day my studio started, they sent me a legal notice saying you can't have a gym here. Right? And then they started messaging, they started sending emails to all my celebrity clients, to different clients. I had to go to court with them to fight my case. And so for those 2 years that I stayed in that place, it was really, really difficult, because I was going to court every fortnight. So the challenges were more external, people challenges, rather than a woman in a man's world kind of challenge. I don't think anyone's ever treated me like, oh, you're a girl, or you're a woman, you can't do this, because I don't believe that. And I know it sounds very cliche, but honestly, like, I've trained men who lift like 100 kilos, and I've been able to train them without feeling like, oh my God, how will I lift this weight? Because I don't feel like I need to lift the weight myself. I always call one of the instructors or the help to come help me. So I think it's what you perceive yourself to be. And I used to be a tomboy as a child. So I think that tomboy has always been in me, where I don't think like I'm frail and I'm a woman and I'm surviving in a man's world. So that's how my journey's been a little bit different, because I don't allow myself to go there.
I think that will resonate with a lot of women. Also, they will feel empowered to hear that. So that it should come from the inside. It should not be the external pressure, should not make you feel a certain way about yourself.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very empowering, all this talk that we do of self-love, and like we're post-COVID, we're constantly telling people love yourself and whatever. I think it's really, really important, and I think it's important. And I don't sit and tell myself I love myself, I do this. But for me, that self-love comes from being confident in my own skin and who I am, and not feeling threatened by anybody around me.
So are there any changes you have noticed perhaps in the last decade in the fitness industry? And what's the role of social media been like for the fitness industry? Can you throw some light on that?
So I think the changes are massive in the fitness industry. People are finally knowing that working out is not just for fat people. Working out is to be fit, and I think COVID had a very, very big hand in people realizing the importance of fitness, because people realize that people who are fitter, it's not that people who were fitter or who worked out didn't get COVID, right? We all had to go through it. So I think that the thing has changed about people wanting to be fit because they want to be fit and not just because of weight loss. Having said that, everyone who comes with a backache or a knee pain or a shoulder injury comes for rehab, comes to feel better, comes to get stronger. The moment they are stronger, they forget why they came and it comes back to weight loss. But social media is a great platform. A great platform. At the same time, it's the worst platform. There are two sides to the coin. The great thing about social media is putting your message out there, right? And everyone has a chance. Everyone has a voice.
Yes.
The flip side of it is that voice is not always positive. There is a lot of negativity that comes through too, right? So, I used to post before COVID, when social media came out, I used to post these exercises with my celebrities and them doing fancy things. And, everyone wanted, all of us wanted our social media to look really pretty, to look really interesting. People come there to see what you're doing. I think what COVID taught me is how can I use social media to reach out to people who can't reach me. Right now, I've set this whole status where I'm training the celebrities. I'm a celebrity trainer, and people say, "Oh, wow!" But how do I convert that wow to, "Oh, yes, now she can help me"? So I think what COVID did for me is I started doing live 3 times a week on my Instagram. I started working out live because I had nobody coming to me. So I was like, I'm coming to you guys, and I got a lot of my followers who always saw me as this unattainable person because, I only train the celebrities, be able to work out with me. And for me, that was me doing something productive with all that I've achieved, right? And post-COVID, I think my social media completely changed. It changed to now not showing people what I can do, but it became about what is it that you can do with me.
Another quick question is so we've talked about Pilates. So can you tell our audience some reasons why they should start doing Pilates?
Pilates is such a beautiful science. The reason you do Pilates is A, to feel good, B, to move. It's the perfect combination between strength training and stretching. And they both shake hands, and that's what Pilates is, right? In between. It basically works on your center of gravity, to know that everything starts from the center. It works on your coordination, your balance, your stability, your muscular strength and endurance. It works on stress relief. It works on flexibility. So it has all these and it also works on a feeling of calmness. It's a very mind-body kind of workout, even though, and it depends on the instructor that's training you. You can make Pilates as gentle as you want it to be for someone who's just recovering from an injury, or you can make Pilates as intense as you want to make it for someone who's a sports person.
That were all my questions, and it was lovely talking to you. And thank you so much for joining us on HealthShots.
Most welcome, Arushi. That it was lovely speaking with you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. For more such content, keep watching HealthShots.